All right, in this video, I want to go through widgets. So widgets are different little features that you can kind of add to different parts of your website. So remember how menus, when we were creating a new menu, your theme would define different spots where that menu would appear. Like our theme here lets us put a menu up here and put a menu down here, and sometimes there's other spots the menu can go. Well, widgets are kind of similar in that the theme will define different spots where you can put widgets. So depending on what theme you have, there could be multiple different areas that you can add widgets. So in order to get to your widgets, you can go to Appearance, Widgets, and here it will show you on the left side all of the available widgets. It's kind of similar to the block editor where there's different types of blocks. Widgets, they're very similar to blocks. Now, I want to go through widgets because it's very important to how sidebars are set up in WordPress. So the majority of themes that you install will utilize sidebars. Remember when we set up the pages, you could set a sidebar on the left side, you could set one on the right side, or both. And I said we would look at how to change that content later. Well, widgets is how you change this content. These are all actually just widgets installed into this sidebar here. So if I want to change this content in the sidebar that I have on this page, I would need to go to widgets, and on the right side here, you can see the different spots where we can add widgets, and you'll see one called sidebar here. The majority of these are custom made from the theme and aren't actually WordPress default built-ins. The majority of these are from the theme, so the theme will dictate where these widgets are showing up. But if you go through here and read the titles of each of these sections, it kind of starts to make sense as to where they're going to show up. So if we want to edit that sidebar, we need to go into the sidebar one. And if I click on that, it'll show you all of the different widgets we currently have active in that sidebar. So if we go through here and look side by side, you can see search, recent posts, recent comments. Search, recent posts, recent comments. So those are all just the widgets stacked on top of each other here. So if I don't want one of these, I can go in here, click on it, it'll drop down, give me the options, and I can click delete. And it will automatically save it. There's no save button on this page. And you go over here, refresh the page, and that search is gone. So that's how you can delete one and edit it. If we click on another one, normally the different options here that appear, you'll have a title and then some other little options. So here we can put in recent comments. If discussion is a big part of your website, you can put recent comments on that post in the sidebar and dictate how many of those are going to show up. You can, in archives, set a title on there, display as drop down, show post count. Archives is basically just an easy way to navigate through a variety of your posts. It's useful for a blog, but if you're not running a blog, don't worry about the archives. Otherwise, we have categories here that you can automatically display whatever categories you have set in your posts, which we'll go through in another video. Meta is also one you likely are not going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and delete a lot of these because they're kind of pointless. But over here, remember now, we have a whole lot of different options for things we can put in there. If we want to literally just put in text, just grab this text block here, put it in there, give it a title if you want. Otherwise, you have a text editor in here now, and you can write whatever you want in here, bold it, italics, link it to something, whatever you want in here, and then click save, and it's done. You can also list your most recent pages in here, sort it by different options, exclude certain pages. Another thing that's useful is adding a menu. So remember, we created all those menus in a previous video. If I want to add one of those menus to a sidebar, I can go click on this navigation menu, drag it in here, and select whatever menu I created. Remember, you can create multiple menus. So if I want that footer menu to also appear in the sidebar, I can select that, save it, go back in here, refresh, and boom, there it is. There's our menu there. Now, if you want a title to appear there, make sure to put a title, save it. It looks a little nicer with a title there. So that's kind of a quick overview of widgets. Now remember, there's a lot of different spots you can put them. Remember, there's a footer 1, 2, 3. This theme has 3 different spots in the footer to put one. Right now it's just defaulting to the theme, But if we were to add things in here, like let's say recent posts, just to test that out, there we can see now the recent posts. So down here is actually going to show up no matter what, but up here we can choose to show 3 different widgets. So keep that in mind as you're going through your theme options, or if you're looking to update the content of your sidebars, that is going to be set under Appearance Widgets, and that is where you're going to edit that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much it for widgets for now. In the next video, I am going to go through a few other things.